The Arsenal are in the Champions League semi-finals for the second consecutive season. I mean, there's really not much greater objectives that are being smashed than this one. A goalless draw at the Emirates, but still job done. Our season is still alive, still in two competitions to fight for. Can't be mad, Abby. Welcome to the NAGz Breakdown. Let's get into the game. Now, I can't even stress how much of a monumental feat and achievement this is. We have made four Champions League semi-finals in our history, and two of them have been done recently back to back. There's much to praise Arteta, his team, and his coaching staff for. Those four semi-finals were 2006. We got to the final against Barcelona, 2009, last season, and then this season. It is obvious to say that our record in Europe is really not great, considering how much of a rich history we have overall. And Declan Rice said it quite plainly, and I'm paraphrasing here. He said to make the semi-finals for the second consecutive season is great, and they'll be hoping to go one step further. And I think that is well within our sights. We face Atletico Madrid. That will be the 29th of April. Doubleheader will be bordering on the last week of April and the first week of May. So now, to the game itself. Of the two matches on the night, it was definitely the ugly duckling. I'm sure even Arsenal fans watched the Bayern versus Real Madrid game. And they were well within their rights to do so because the game wasn't quite a pretty watch. Both teams combined for 0.93 xG, which means the scoreline was deserved. It was really not much in terms of clear-cut attacking chances. It was really just a case of getting the job done, and that was the theme of the whole match. Madueke didn't really have a good game, quite ungainly with the ball, losing the strides, running the ball over into the sidelines. And the fact that he has an injury scare, it's not even good because then we're thinking of starting 16-year-old Max Dalman on the right wing against Man City at the weekend. Anyways, the game went the way it went. There were very little scares or very few scares from Sporting themselves, who were really just happy to cede possession to us and just let us have the ball. They prefer to be compact. It was great to see Hincapié back as well, starting, had a good game as well. Zubimendi, good response from the Sporting away game and then the Bournemouth home game with much of the fans and criticism on his back. Ended the match with the man of the match performance, deserved it as well. Rice as well was just Rice. And then the rest of the team just really sorted themselves out at the end of the day. And there was Rich K at the last minute. Katamo with a half volley that just grazed the side net. Just happy to get over that time. And before the game ended, we were able to manage the game towards the end. The introduction of Jesus, who had a surprisingly great cameo, Max Dalman and Trossard, enabled us to keep the ball better in the attacking areas. And we didn't really invite much pressure, except for that scare I just talked about right at the end of the match. So if I'm rating this performance, it would definitely be a 5 over 10. A good improvement from the Bomber game, which I would give a 2 over 10. I think we have our OPP basics. We have our defensive structure and out of possession dynamic back. If we're going to be discovering it, that's going to be the base towards better performances from us. I don't know what it is. Mikel needs to tell the attackers to fix up. Trossard, Martinelli, all of them, they just need to get their head. If the cameo from Jesus is anything to go by, that means he definitely needs to be starting more if he's getting right into form. We need all hands on deck. Even though the recent run of results haven't given the fans much to cheer about. Even if you see most of the narrative on social media after the game, you wouldn't know that Arsenal just made the semi-final. And I think those fans that feel that way are justified for feeling that way, but we need to take stock of where we're coming from as well. Mikel's first season in Europe, we got to the quarterfinal stage. The second season, which was last season, we got to the semi-finals. Now we're in the semi-final as well. On the European front, there's been steady improvement in the league. In the half season, he was there, 8th place finish, 5th place finishes, and then, consecutive second place finishes. We just need to, bring it home in the form of silverware, whether it's the league, whether it's the Champions League. We just need something for all of these efforts. I would also give credit to the boys for what has been a wonderful Champions League season so far. 10 wins, 2 draws, and 0 losses. Still the only unbeaten team remaining in Europe. Credit needs to go to Mikel, the boys, and the coaching staff as well. Yeah, and then we are facing Atletico Madrid. We faced them in the group league phase. And even though we won by a very good, healthy margin that puts the whole league on notice, I'm sure the knockout phase is going to be a different ball game entirely. So yeah, wherever Mikel needs to find that last spurt of energy that will just push us towards the end of season and towards silverware, he needs to find that. The players need to just lock in and bring either of these trophies home for us. And we need players back. Timber, where are you? Odegaard, where are you? Saka, where are you? Calafiori, come on, guys, please. We need all hands on deck. We need all players on deck. So yeah, onto Man City at the weekend, another big game, a potential title decider. Everyone is saying whoever wins the game. I mean, if anybody wins, it's going to go on to win the league. So yeah, come on, you Gunners.